Yes, Wagwan people, you know right now it's the favorite uncle in the world, Uncle Drumzz. Yeah, I want to say greetings to everybody. Everybody, goody and body. Big up on yourself. Yes, today it's not going to be too long either, but I did say to you, I'm going to talk about the male and the female situation in England for what I see. I.e. unity, i.e. mind frame, i.e. energy, i.e. loving and caring. So, yes, I think it's only right that I start by bigging up a few people, yeah, because there's a few people me have to big up right now. I want to big up the Morgan brothers. You know you are, the Morgan brothers, big up yourself. Mitesfield's finest, yeah? Big up my brethren, James, old school, good you, big up yourself every time. Big up man like Neil Anderson, old school, my brother, large up yourself. Big up Lou, large up yourself every time. Shirley, large up too, yeah? Real queen. And big up, last of all, my brethren, Alvin, who I went school with, Me and them man there, all in life stages, work with each other, dip on the road, we are par, we grew up. A whole heap of things, large up yourself, Alvin, and big up your father as well. Yeah, so we're going to jump straight in now, people, and get into the topic of the man them are the men in this country, the black men in this country. Well, to be honest with you, what I'm seeing in this country, I'm seeing a lot of black men that don't know themselves, and we did say that about the young man them too, but it's also something that I'm seeing. There's a lot of big men my age, older than me, that are lost. You chat to them and they're talking about some young girl or some stupidness or some mix-up. And, England is run by mix-up and gossip, innit? That's all we really know, really. So sometimes to try and have a higher conversation with a man is a real struggle. So there's certain man you don't even try that with because the IQ is not even nowhere near up to par for you to even try that with a man. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's like there's a lot of man in this country that I see, my age and older, that are lost. They're lost in space. Yeah, and they might take up space, right? And it's like when they see a lot of young people doing well for themselves, some of them get bad mind because them grudge you for your age. When them see you with big car and nice jewels and money and enough nice girls and all this thing, they get bad mind and get frustrated, and you start fight against you and them a lick out against you, right? And that's just due to wasting their life. You know what I'm saying? Enough man wasted their life. Enough man done a bunch of crud and a bunch of badness and a bunch of foolishness and a bunch of stupidness, and now they got to a certain age, that's in their portfolio, that's all they really got as their progress report, is pure stupidness. And you're not really going to impress the younger people or the younger black man in this country by talking about your crud or whatever you kept up. You know what I'm saying to you? So that's why a lot of the youngsters on the road, I try to have a higher conversation with them. Yeah, nothing to do with your street rep, your life, your career, your ambitions, your goal, your drive, your energy. You know them way there. And even sometimes that's a hard conversation because some young people are just in their young realm and they just want to have fun and enjoy themselves, which is blessed same way. But yeah, as I said, the older men now, and as I'm looking now, they're not really like progressing because there's a lot of them. A lot of them own their house. Yeah, those ones you don't really see them when they're on the road or nothing like that because they're just in their little family unit doing their thing. So big up to them ones. But there's a lot of older ones that's on the road or in the bookies, or sit up on the wall, or come out in places like Brixton and all different places, all different parts of London, but come out and they're just out for the whole day. You know them way there? Like, and you see them out there, rain, sunshine, sleet, snow, everything, they're out there. And for us, that's not really a good example, because none of them are old enough to be a granddad. None of them are old enough to be a dad. So, yeah, so it's like, when I'm looking and being real with myself, I don't really see much mentors. I don't really see much role models or real models. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a problem, because I think like black man here have got it hard because they ain't really got no one to chat to like that. You know what I'm saying? Black man's got the world on his shoulders, and he hasn't got no one that he can vent out to really, because sometimes it's a pride thing. Sometimes you might vent out to a woman or your woman or whoever, and they just take it and slap it back in your face, try it back in your face, because you know, woman, more time, you know, anytime they get vexed, they use the same thing. What is your problem? And they dash it back in your face because they want to hurt you at that point. You know what I'm saying? So enough man won't say nothing, they just keep it in. So it's like, black man out here, it's like, we don't really have no council. We ain't got no, you know, we ain't got no union. We haven't got nothing. We just got each other, you know, and enough of us don't like to see each other getting higher than each other. And is a big problem out here. And I feel like, you know, if anybody feels like how Uncle Drumzz feels, I feel like we might have to just form a council or alliance or whatever it is, and, you know, do something for the black man himself, you know what I'm saying? And that's not disregarding the black woman, but black man need to sort themselves out. Yeah, and we can't sort ourselves out via a woman. We need to sit down as men and talk about certain things, and talk about what's bugging man, talk about the obstacles, and talk about the pain and everything else, and be real with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? A man has to look at a man and say, you know what? If a man tells me his flaws, I'm not going to try and use it against him or chat behind his back and say this man's a way or whatever, because that's not getting us nowhere. So these are the things that we really need to come together, you know, and sit down and talk to each other, because there's a lot of black man out there in pain, and there's a lot of black man out there who is weak, you know, and vulnerable, and need help, and crying out for help. Enough of them, when you see them out on the road and they're going on their badness or their madness or their wickedness or their evilness, sometimes it's a cry out for help. They're crying out, you know, and, you know, they just don't know how to say it. They ain't got the words for it. So I feel like we need to, you know, some of the black man them need to come together and like form an alliance or form a group or form whatever it is, you know, a regime or whatever we need to do to help the black man, because the black man in England, in London, all over England is in trouble, and we ain't really got no help. We haven't got no help, and the only help that we're gonna get is us helping us. You help me, I help you, you help the next. You know, so I feel like, you know, this is something that if anybody hears this and feels like to themselves, say, yeah, and has got any ideas, because Uncle Drumzz ain't got all the ideas, I'm just pushing something forward, and I'm just coming with the thought, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got all the answers, so don't bother look upon me and say, yeah, well, we're all here now, Drumzz, what? Because I ain't even got the answer myself. I'm in the group with the lost people as well, because we're all lost, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying we just need to just come together and do something for ourselves and help ourselves, you know, because black man's out there, there's a lot of ignorancy in us, you know, there's a lot of stubbornness in us, and a lot of them are not getting on with their women. A lot of them are not treating their women right. A lot of them are not respecting their women. And we need to respect our queens, bruv. You know what I'm saying? We need to respect our queens because those are our queens. That we make them queens. So we need to respect them. We can't just be producing them and treating them like trash. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. So there's a whole heap of things that black men need to do for themselves to get self-sufficient and, you know, get on track. But we're going to work on it. And that is it for the black man, them, for now. You know, and, you know, I might even do a part 2. But that is it for the black man, them now. All right? So big up all the black brothers. We're all in the struggle. The struggle is real. And, you know, we're all going to make it. We're going to make it because, you know, we are the chosen people and we are going to cross the finish line. So I'm going to wall up on the head and big up on yourself.